All right, what's up, guys? You should be hearing me very clearly now. I got a new audio setup today. This is going to be the Shure SM58 microphone. It's kind of the one you see like every artist using on stage. Hooked up to the Focusrite Scarlett Solo. That's my audio interface to the PC. Sounds a lot cleaner, eliminates a little bit more of the keyboard noise. Just really messing around with the gain quite a bit. It seems like the Scarlett is having trouble actually powering this mic. I'll show you the Scarlett Solo. Amazon Scarlett Solo. Yeah, that's the one. I've linked this before. This is the one I went with. And then as far as the microphone goes, Shure SM58. There you go. Super long links. But now that that's all handled, I'm still waiting for like my Rode PSA1 boom arm to come in. That way I can get it mounted to the desk so you're not hearing like all of this clunk, 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 you know? Rode PSA1. I'll send you a link to that one as well. Yep, just your standard boom arm. I tried the Blue Compass, did not like it, don't recommend. Internal spring tension is way off. I hear much better reviews on the Rode PSA1. So now that I got all that settled, I've been working on Iron Jimmy a lot. It is actually, I would call it like version 1.0 alpha right now. And so I want to walk you through the site, show you its performance, because I worked a lot on Google Lighthouse audit. And just want to show you what we're working with. So here's the landing page. You see how freaking fast that was? Like instant. Look, even if I load it fresh, you'll see these images blurred in because of the Gatsby image plugin. Super great plugin. And they hold their size, so you're not going to see the page jump around a lot as images are loading in. So here's the landing page. Has the full screen carousel. Pretty slick. Then you've got like just kind of like a featured item section here. And then the footer on the bottom. So let's take a look at like a specific item. Again, you see Gatsby image at work here where images fade in. So this left side is the description, the featured image, and the product images. And the cool thing is, you know, you can click on these product images. They'll show up in the featured image area. But then you go over to this right-hand side, and instead of just like a basic color picker like this, like a drop-down menu, you can actually choose these fancy tiles, which will also actually update the selected variant. So keep an eye on the cart here. There's nothing in the cart. Let's add this crazy blue one. I like this one. We'll go 20 kilograms. I want to say, not testing. How about YouTube? Put some junk data here. These are actually required collar measurement and brand. So if I try to add it, it yells at you. Let's say it's a Rogue Ohio bar, and the instructions say, I'm live on YouTube. And then we'll add its cart. It's added. And now up here you say cart. It says 1. Pop in there and look, all these are custom attributes. So these aren't actually options on the product. These are all custom attributes that I added after the fact. Now this is a product option, the color and the weight, but the rest are all custom. You can remove it, change it, but if you go to checkout now, this just brings you essentially to Shopify's hosted checkout. Got the Iron Jimmy logo with all the correct information over here on the right. good to go. Tax and everything. It's nice. So if I go back and actually remove this from the shopping cart, there you go. We have an empty cart state. Go shopping. It shoots you back to the main page. Let's see. So up here, these are just different product collections that are created. So in Shopify, we take all the products that are of type sleeve, that's a custom type we defined, and group them into collections, and then display these collections in the navigation bar. So you've got barbell sleeves, and there's a cover image with the different sleeves here. We got straps. These are lifting straps. And we have apparel. That's the basics of the actual e-commerce portion of the website. Now you've got an about page, again with Gatsby image kicking in, just talking about how the company came about, and a contact page using Netlify forms to send the email to Iron Jimmy. And that's like the basics of the website. So technology-wise, let me link this. It's hosted on Netlify right now, but eventually we're going to move this over to the actual domain name ironjimmy.com when this is ready to go live. Again, this is alpha. So at this point in time, I'm telling my clients that the website is done, but we're going to go through like a feedback phase where they have 3 rounds, 3 chances to say, hey, look, I want to nitpick a bunch of stuff and really tweak it exactly to their liking. So the technology stack I use, this is all built with Gatsby on the front end. It's a static site generator. And the reason I went with static site generators is because in e-commerce, every millisecond counts. The longer that a page takes to load, the longer that interaction happens, a user will perceive that it's slow and they'll leave. So you need to retain customers. I used a couple plugins. So Gatsby Source Contentful was one of mine. I used Contentful to grab like a couple. There we go. Contentful to grab a couple things from that CMS that Shopify didn't support, like a description of about the company or the images for the carousel on the front page. And then the real meat and potatoes here is Gatsby Source Shopify. That's a big one. So I got Gatsby Source Shopify. That's what's pulling in all the products, all the collections, all the store policies, everything you can imagine. And actually, now that I mentioned store policies, I had to use a separate plugin just for the store policies because they were being difficult. Gatsby Source Shopify uses the storefront API, which doesn't include all the information. So I had to use Gatsby Source API server. Yeah. In order to just like hit an API, grab data, the Shopify admin API, grab the policy data, and send it on over. The really slick plugin that I used for images was Gatsby Image. It's super, super, super good. Kind of lazy loads images in stages. It's like all super blurry at the beginning, and then as the image actually loads, it just swaps it out. So those are the main plugins that I used. A lot of link spam there. But if you want to build something similar, you can check it out. That's the front end. So like I said, the back end was Contentful and Shopify. Contentful is just a headless CMS. Essentially, the output of Contentful is... Okay, thank you, buddy. The output of Contentful is an API, and you can consume that in your websites. Shopify, the tried and true e-commerce platform. I actually didn't love it. I really didn't love it. It was kind of tough, pulling in exactly the data that I needed to Gatsby. And I think mostly that's because the Gatsby source Shopify plugin isn't exactly what I needed. So I'm considering, and I have an action item kind of sitting out there, considering writing my own Gatsby source Shopify. We'll see, to handle my use cases. Yes, we did Contentful. We did Shopify. It's hosted on Netlify. It's hosting any kind of static site on Netlify. Gatsby plus Netlify just goes really well together. Literally, you hook it up to a Git repository and you're like done. But when I actually hand this off to the clients, I'm going to give them like a zip file of the website that I'll statically deploy for them, like manually the first time. I think there's another feature where you can just drag and drop it. Yeah, they don't talk about it on the main page, but there's a feature where you can literally just like drop a directory into like a hoverable box and it'll just deploy that website. So that's how I'm just going to deploy that for the very first time and say, okay, cool, it's done. Like it's up and running. You own this. Because it's not like I'm going to make them bring up a GitHub account, check in the source code there, all that kind of stuff. No way. So that's where it's hosted. One of the things that I did towards the end of development was worked really hard on the page speed insights. That was the old name. It's now called Google Lighthouse. You can see by this little logo here. I wanted to make sure that this loaded really fast. So I'm going to show you my results. This will take a second. Loads the pages under a bunch of different conditions. But I'm very happy with load times, time to first paint. But look at this. 100, 100, 100, 100. Boom. Super happy about that. Really, that's all I had to say. I just wanted to give a tour of the website now that it's pretty much done. And just share it with you guys. You see me develop a lot of this, but you might not have seen like the whole bigger picture. Iron Jimmy's pretty cool. I'll pop over to their Instagram account. She definitely works hard in the gym and posts some pretty neat stuff. I really like their new logo. It's cool. But look at that. That's so slick. The barbell cover with the logo inside. So here's the Instagram account if you guys want to check that out. Learned a lot. I have learned a lot from this experience developing this website and working with a client for like the first time. Definitely some growing pains. And really what I did was I made a contract so that the next client that I work with kind of knows a lot of these things up front, so that it's written down and they can refer back. I think it'll kind of make some of these things more transparent for the next go around. And, that being said, if anybody needs a website, let me know. You can contact me through my blog at bradgarropy.com. You can also contact me over Twitter. I'm super active there. And, of course, just my email, bradgarropy@gmail.com. That email's in the chat. So thanks for watching. Thanks for watching me develop Iron Jimmy. And I'll keep you posted as I go through, alpha, beta, these pre-release phases. And I will give an update as soon as we hit official version 1.0 and move over to ironjimmy.com. So thanks for watching this stream. Hope the audio was better. I'm still working on that. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.